So this is our second attack on Gibraltar. At this point, both of their DPS are dead. Their two tanks are on the low grounds. Their two supports are on the high grounds. I decide to take the high ground, and what I could have done is like asked Ben to come with me, because just like how Ben buddied up with our Mei on the first attack, it's just good to like go as pairs so that you have that support. And if we had, because I end up getting the Moira really close to death, but she escapes, and if like Ben had come with me, we could have like secured that kill. And also, at the very beginning of the fights, their Reinhardt charges in and gets a kill on Melissa Sigma, but even though he got a kill, it was actually bad on his part because our team was able to surround him and kill him. And it's just another example of how careful you have to be with charging, because even though he got a kill, it still ended up, I think, being detrimental to his team. So I start going up the high grounds. Their Reinhardt charges in, gets the kill. I get the Moira really low, but she's able to escape. Now, even though the Reinhardt's gotten the kill, the rest of our team is able to surround him, freeze him, and kill him. So at this point, we have a 5-on-4 advantage, and this is where I make a really silly mistake for positioning. Like the Moira escaped, so instead of like taking a safe position, I go down the stairs and then set up here, thinking that I would like to get a good crossfire on the remaining members of the enemy team. But this is really silly because the enemy spawn is this direction, and so the Mei spawns, she's able to walk up to me and just really easily kill me. So it was a bad mistake on my part. What I should have done, if I wanted to create crossfires, I should have gone this way. It would have taken a little bit longer, but if I set up here, that's just as good as a sightline. It's a really good sightline, a really good crossfire, and I'm much safer because I'm behind our line of engagement. You know, the enemy team's here, we're here. I could have positioned here, and that would have been much better. But I make a silly mistake, and the Mei kills me. So now it's still, we killed their Moira, so it's still a 4-on-3, and their Baptiste is really low. So we still have the advantage here. So their Baptiste ends up getting killed. Their Junkrat is back. And because this is the end of the point, they have spawn advantage, so they'll always be getting back faster than us. So we really have to win these fights decisively. But their Junkrat gets back and their Junkrat gets way too aggressive and dies as well. So their Junkrat dives in past our shield. We get a good kill on that Junkrat. So now it's 4-on-2, and Missy Sigma's getting back. So this is really where we have an advantage, and David senses that, and justifiably, he goes forward to take the space and to secure the kills. But he makes a mistake by going too deep into the enemy team. What he could have done is, because you still want to, when you're taking space, you still want to create that clear line of engagement and not go past it. And especially with the cart here, you kind of typically want to, like, if you move forward, you want to take more space. You can still create like a new line of engagement like here, and you could have like kind of put your shield here, or like a little bit farther forward like here, and that still would have given you a really good sight line to kill the Zarya and the Mei. But David ends up getting a little too deep into enemy territory, and the Mei is able to, off of freezing David, go from 83% to 100% of her ults, which ultimately doesn't get that many kills, but the Mei using her ult buys the enemy team enough time to regroup and to take the fight back. So it would have been good for David to, it was good for him to be aggressive and go forward, but he should have stayed on like this side of the carts. You know, take space, put up a new shield, and then like create a new line of engagements. But David ends up going forward, trying to secure the kills, and he ends up on the other side of the carts. So he's alone, away from our team. So he's able to get frozen. The Mei's able to build up her ults, and the Mei uses her ults, which ultimately buys them enough time to regroup.